Welcome to the Mindset Cycle video series. My name is Darrin Johnson. I'm your knowledge acquisition advocate, and today we're going to go over part 3 of the Mindset Cycle. And let's get started with the quote by the late great Jim Rohn. If you help enough people get what they want, you will have everything you want. And I like that quote because my nature is to help other people be successful. I was a social worker by trade, and I worked with a lot of kids and adults and provided counseling services, and I always felt good about myself when I was able to offer my clients something that they could take away from session that made their day just a little bit brighter. I'm happy that I can translate what I've learned in my chosen profession into my online marketing career, because it pretty much is the same thing. You want to offer someone a solution that makes their life easier. So with that said, let's get started and jump right in. We've already talked about your current beliefs. We've talked about your realistic potential, and we will talk about the mindset cycle in the fourth and final video of this series. But today's video is focused in on part 3, which is your action limits. And your beliefs determine your actions. So that's the definition of your action limits. The amount of action you take is a result of what you believe your potential is. So you can see it ties directly into your realistic potential. So let's just go over that really quickly to catch you up. The reality of what's possible for you is your realistic potential. Your current beliefs feed into your idea of what's possible for you. Your past results and current situation have nothing to do with your potential. So with that in mind, we can easily see how we move that into our action beliefs, which is the amount of action you take is a result of what you believe your potential is. So if you believe your potential is, for example, to make $10,000 per month, then you're more likely to take action steps towards that goal. You're more likely to get excited about taking steps that'll move you towards that goal. So your potential and your action beliefs are directly connected, because one, your realistic potential fuels your drive to move towards your action beliefs and taking action on those beliefs. So with that said, I'm going to scroll down and we're going to talk about how to take the right action and the right way to look at your results. Your current beliefs about your potential will determine the type of action you take. And I just spoke about that earlier in your action belief. Second, taking action isn't about being busy. It's about taking purposeful action towards your goals. So oftentimes when we have an online business, we think if I surf Facebook enough, or if I drop my link in a Facebook group, then I've taken action towards my goal. Or if I watch other people's videos, I'm taking action because I'm learning, about what they're up to. But that really isn't taking action inside of your business. Taking action inside of your business involves doing something that's going to help you reach your goal. And I'm just going to take a quick pause and show you something, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I wanted to show you, this is an example of taking action. This, if you can see it, let's get this in the camera. This is my action board. And I use this every day to keep me on track and to keep me focused. And I talk about in my Knowledge is Power plan the importance of staying focused and having clarity inside your business. And the best way to get that is by writing things down and pinning them on something that you're going to be able to refer to on a daily basis. Because there's so much noise on the internet that it's really easy to get distracted and to lose sight of why you're sitting at your computer in the first place. And then that makes your tasks take longer to complete, which makes you more likely to feel like you don't have time for your business. But if you stay focused and you have a to-do list or a board that you can refer to, it really does speed up the process, and it really makes you feel good about the action that you're taking inside of your business, knowing that those tiny little steps that you take regularly and consistently are going to lead you to the results that you seek. So let's move on to the next one. When you take action that is intentionally going to get you one step closer to your goals, you've successfully taken action. And that again, ties into what I was just saying. Taking action is more than just doing something on the computer. Taking action is taking a measured step towards your end goal and making sure that the steps that you take are focused and that you're consistent and that you stay away from all the distractions that don't have anything to do with your immediate goal. And as a reference point, I have my Knowledge is Power plan that I'm running and that I strongly encourage you to run, because it's all about staying focused and taking action and doing things inside of your business that are going to yield you those results. Number 4, for most people, they must focus on income producing activities, and that's going to be covered in a future video that I'm going to be shooting, and we're going to go all into income producing activities. What's the difference between income producing activities and non-income producing activities? And I kind of touched a little bit on it in this video, but I'm going to go more in depth on that topic in a future video. Many of life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. And that's a quote by Thomas Edison, and it's so true. And I just want to show you something to drive home that point. So here we have a nice image of two people digging in a tunnel looking for diamonds. The first one is moving towards his goal at the top, and he's very excited about it, as you can see. But the guy at the bottom, he's dejected and he gave up. Now, the interesting thing about this picture, and the thing that I like the most about it, is how close he is to reaching his goal. This guy at the bottom here, if he just hits it maybe 1 or 2 more times, the diamonds are going to start to fall through and he's going to reach his level of success. And this is so true about your online business, because oftentimes people are excited initially about the prospect of making money online, but then they give up before they reach their goal. And most of the time it's because they lack focus, clarity, and consistency, which are 3 of the 4 principles in my Knowledge is Power plan, because they don't see how moving forward and taking measurable action steps are going to reach their results, because maybe they haven't planned it out. They don't have a business plan. And that's why I offer a business plan inside of my Knowledge is Power plan, because that's something that you can reference to make sure that you're doing the same steps every single day consistently to reach your goal. And so, again, this is a very powerful image here. And one of the ones that you should definitely keep in mind when you're trying to build out your business, and never stop trying, because you just don't know how close you are to reaching your goal. And you got to go through the dirt, and you know, initially all you're going to see is I'm digging, all I see is dirt. But again, at the guy at the bottom, you don't know how, if that next strike or the next couple of strikes is going to allow you to have those diamonds flowing through your business, or those sales that you want, that income that you want. And the other thing that I want to mention is, when you're building an online business, keep in mind that if you're taking the income producing activities and those action steps daily, one day you just wake up and then you just have a sale or a couple of sales, and you don't even really know where they came from. And you may make the mistake of believing, oh, these sales came from a solo ad that I just run. But maybe they didn't. Maybe those sales came from a solo ad that you ran 4 or 5 months ago, but you were consistent and they followed you and they got to know you and they saw that you were consistent and that you were somebody that can help them, and then they decided to join you in your business. So that's what, to me, what the dirt represents. The dirt represents putting out value and content and being consistent inside of your business. And then, of course, the diamond represents those sales that you're going to wake up one morning and have and be so happy and accomplished inside of your business. So let's go back over to where we came from, and we'll keep going. And now we're going to talk about the right way to look at your results. Number 1, results are just a measurement of you combining your knowledge, your skill, and your action. The knowledge you get inside of my Knowledge is Power plan is going to be enough to get you on your way to building out a successful business on the internet. Your skill level comes with practice and from applying the things that you've learned in the Knowledge is Power plan, especially in the initial income component. So you get those tools, you surround yourself with people on the same mission as you, and you start to practice those tools, and you become more skillful in what you're doing to build your online business. And then that, will allow you to show other people how you can help them build their own business, because you start to gain confidence in what you're learning as you start practicing it. Kind of like working on math. If you're good at math, chances are it's because you learned how to do math and you practiced it over and over again until you got to a point where you felt like you mastered it. And it's the same thing with your online business. You learn a few skills initially and they're not even all that difficult, and then you apply what you've learned and you start to gain confidence, and your actions start to become more consistent because you become more excited about what you're doing to build your business, because you start to see how those action steps are going to yield you the results that you're after. Number 2, zero or bad results are just a measurement and should only be looked at through the lens of how do I improve these results? So the way that I look at this is, and I want to caution you about something. When I first got started online, this was a point of paralysis for me, because I would look at things like my capture page or my autoresponder emails, and I would say, well, maybe I could reword the things that I wrote in my email, or maybe I could fix my capture page a little bit. Maybe I could take this word out and add that word. Maybe I'll change the color of the background or the image in the background. And all of these are non-income producing activities, because the truth of the matter is, it doesn't matter as much as you think it matters. What matters is for you to get out what's called an MVP, a minimum viable product. So if you have a capture page that's functional, that's what you want to get out there. If you're writing emails and shooting videos, that's what you have to get out there. And those are way more important than whether or not it's the perfect email or the perfect video or the perfect capture page, because you can be absolutely successful putting out content and information that is not picture perfect, as long as you're consistent in what you're doing and you're providing someone with some value that they can use to help them reach their goals. Okay, and even your value you don't need to be a guru. You don't need to know everything to get started, because the truth is, you already know something that maybe someone who's just getting started doesn't necessarily know. And you can pass that along and position yourself as someone who can help them, because you know more than they do. And as you continue to build your business, you'll continue to learn more and more things that you can pass along to someone else and help them out. And that's really how it's done, and all there is to it. So don't get hung up on the little things when it comes to improving your results. Rather, look at it as, what action steps are you taking, and are you consistently taking those steps? And is there just a little bit more that you can do on a daily basis for your business? If you're writing an email, can you write 2 emails? If you're shooting a video, can you shoot 2 videos? If you shoot a video once a week, can you do it maybe twice a week? These are ways that you can improve the results of your business by taking more intense and more consistent action steps within your business. So that's how I look at number 2. And to me, that's the most important way to look at it. After you have a measure of success in your business, if you wanted to start tweaking things to increase your conversion rates, that's fine. But I would guard against doing that until after you start to see success in your business. Build up that confidence in yourself and your belief that you can do this before you start worrying about tweaking little things. Number 3, if you didn't get the results you wanted, go back, look at what you did, and find one thing that you can change. For most people in marketing and sales, it's a problem of consistency and what you measure. Again, I talk a little bit about consistency, or I talked about it earlier, but just bear in mind that you want to take action steps every day inside of your business. At least one thing that you can do for your business. Even if you're tired, you don't feel like you have the time, find one thing that you can do that you didn't do yesterday that will help move your business forward, and stay consistent in doing that. Write 1 email, shoot 1 video, whatever you decide to do for your business, or whatever's applicable for your business. Just, if you can't do but one thing, it matters. Trust me, it matters. As long as you're consistent, everything starts to build off of what you did before. So, what you measure, I want to take a look at that part of the sentence as well. Most people, let's take for instance running a solo ad. Let's say you ran a solo ad for 100-click solo ad and you didn't get a sale. Most people get discouraged because they're measuring whether or not they got the sale. But that's the wrong thing to measure when you're promoting your business online. Rather, look at the fact that you now have, let's say, 30 people on your list that you didn't have before. 30 customers that came through your door that you can stay in front of, that you can market to, that you can provide videos for or emails to, and provide some value and show them that yes, indeed, you are the person that can help them solve their problem. That's the key. That's the value. Bringing the value to the marketplace is how you get the sales. Like I told you earlier in the quote, if you help enough people get what they want, you in turn will get what you want. And as long as you operate your business on that model, then you're going to find yourself more in control of what you're doing to bring about your success, because you can absolutely control the action steps that you do or do not do or take, or that you don't take inside of your business. The sales is not something you can control. They happen when they happen. But if you take enough action steps and you measure what you're doing inside of your business and you're consistent in it, then the sales come on the back end. And that's how you can control the flow of success in your business. So that's it for today's video, I believe. Yes, it is. I just want to leave you again with this quote by Jim Rohn. Read that. If you help enough people get what they want, you can have everything that you want. So in the next video, which is going to be the Mindset Cycle Part 4, I'm going to dive deep into the mindset cycle, and we're going to show you how all of it fits together and how your current beliefs, your action limits, and your realistic potential all flow together to complete the mindset cycle. And then once you get past this video, you're going to fully understand the power of why it's so important to make sure that you've got this part taken care of, and that you're thinking about your business through the right lens. So with that said, if you like this video and you found value in it, please feel free to click the link below in the description if you're watching this on YouTube. If you've come across this video because you opened an email that I sent you, then please feel free to click the button below this video, find out what I'm doing, and let me lock arms with you so I can show you how to build your online business and get you a plan of action that will make sense for you to help you reach those goals that you want. So this is Darrin Johnson, your knowledge acquisition advocate, and I will talk to you in the next video.